You truly are my brother, as much as my brother Stephen. You know, people say to me tonight, are you amazed? I'm amazed, but I'm not surprised, because I've seen this community, the way it's responded for the 34 years I've lived here. People say, how do you feel tonight? Humbled, blessed, that I should have an opportunity like this, to dream about something like this, and to see all these people turn out tonight. And over the last 35 years that I've lived here, to support this community. There were 9 landfalling hurricanes in 2004, including our favorite, Charles. And FEMA's still amazed how this community responded. And they say, well, how did Charlotte County do this? You know, because we're Charlotte County, and that's what I expect. But it's even more than I ever expected. And Mark and I started, we figured, well, we'll be open a couple of nights a week. We'll do the best we can on the usual model. We'll treat sore throats and sprained ankles. It turned into way more than that. Way more. I've never seen anything quite like it. There is no other model like it in the United States that I know of. And when something is this good and so right, you ought to share. Dr. Steve Shoring, a physician down in Fort Myers, said, do you think we can do this in Lehigh? We have a lot of problems with insurance there. I said, we'll advise you, but it takes great commitment from the community. The Lehigh people have their clinic, they're sitting back there. Would you wave to everybody? Because they're following our model and doing the same thing. Dr. Ray James, who runs the emergency room across the street, lives in Englewood, he said, can you do the same thing out there? Can you help us? So you need a committed community. And I know Englewood is. They have a community. I know that Beth Harrison is here. Beth, are you still here? Yeah, community's here. When something is this way, when something is so good, you have to share. And then the people in LaBelle have called us and want advice how to get it started. So we're taking the show on the road. We opened up in 2008, it was August 7th, you know, and I figured, all right, we're going to see a lot of upper respiratory infections. This is just a story to show you how this works. A patient walked in and said, I've had chest pain and a cough for 8 months, and chest pain, and sputum, and weight loss. And some of you, this is near to your heart. And I said, well, and then all these doctors started jumping in, and the community started jumping in. A doctor volunteered a CAT scan of the chest, something growing there. Another chest surgeon said, I'll biopsy it. And the biopsy was read by the pathologist at the hospitals. It doesn't have to be a Hodgkin's. They're going to have cancer, that's a good one to have. And then the oncologist volunteered locally to treat her at no cost. You know, the woman is still alive. What would have happened to her without all of this? This is humanity at its very best, truly doing God's work. Only for a brief second in my life did I dream about being a quarterback or a center fielder. I kind of knew what I was going to do. When you dream about things like this, you don't know how you're going to get to a night like this. And then you meet thousands of people who all push in the same direction. And amazingly, on a warm night in October, it happens. And you meet people like Miss Andes. You say, my God, and that's an interesting name. People say, is it named after the mountain range? I go, well, it's not named after the mountains, but it's certainly a giant of a lady. Really, everybody in this room, there's 10, has saved lives. Maybe not directly, but surely you have all saved lives. It's a unique community. Pride is not always a good thing, but I think, keeping it in perspective, you can all take pride in this community. Thank you so much.